Okay, thanks for joining us, everyone. This is our Sisel Opportunity Call or webinar. So if you're joining us online, you can watch the slides. If you've dialed in, obviously you could go back later and then watch through the presentation. So today we will be talking about the opportunity, and we have people joining us from all over the world. So in Melbourne, here in Australia, it's 10:30 a.m. and it's 9:30 in Brisbane, and in the US it's the evening, Friday evening there. So thanks for joining us, and today we're going to be giving you an overview of the Sisel company, the product line, and the opportunity. And I'm going to introduce Curt to get started. So Curt Visnick is a doctor. He's a chiropractor from North Dakota. He's been practicing for over 30 years, and about 20 years ago he got involved in a new line of medicine back then, which is age reversal medicine. And that field of medicine is now becoming massive. It's increasing all the time because we're finding that a lot of the illnesses that people are suffering, get worse as we age. So if we can focus on age reversal, we're really onto something there. And Curt became interested in age reversal medicine when his youngest son developed asthma. So I'm going to hand over to you, Curt, to get started with our webinar.
You bet. Well, Katie, thanks for the introduction. And like you said, yeah, I've been involved with this for about 30 years now. Age reversal medicine, or anti-aging, as most people call it, is the fastest growing branch of medicine. And I always just tell people that, how'd you like to get involved with a company that really is positioned perfectly to be the anti-aging, the age reversal company of the future. We've got everything right now. And as I talk about this, think about the things that you could change in your life. I mean, even if you just started by changing to a healthy toothpaste, or changing to a healthy coffee, or a healthy shampoo. And I'll talk about those things. But also, think about the fact that as you grow older, there's certain things that you need. I mean, I'm 54 years old. I'll be 55 this year. And I just think about the fact that, when I get old, when I'm 100 years old, I don't want to be sitting around in a nursing home. I don't want to be worrying about somebody changing my Depends and things like that. I want to be active. I want to be seeing the world. I want to be traveling right up until the last day. And what do you need to get there, to be there doing that? Well, you need your health. And number two, you need some money. Because, if you get sick, you get cancer, you get any kind of disease, first thing that people are going to do is they're going to throw a fundraiser for you. And your church chips some money in, all your friends chip money in, businesses chip money in, heck, even your insurance company throws some money at you. But you tell them that you want to be healthy and you're going to live forever. See how many people will donate to that fundraiser. Go start a GoFundMe account with that and see what happens. Nobody's going to throw any money at you. It's just they're going to probably laugh at you. And so you've got to find a way of making some money, and that's where Sisel can come in. Not only do we have the products that we position people so that they can be healthy, we've got a way that you can generate some income and make it so that when you're old, you've got something. So that's why I say, why Sisel? That's the whole thing. And I'm going to talk about some keys that make this a successful business. And then we'll introduce someone to give a testimonial. And then after that, Katie will go over the components of the compensation plan to show you exactly how you can get paid and why this is such a great opportunity. Katie, if you want to hit the next slide. So the Mauers have been really on this mission. They called it the Mauer mission for over 30 years. And it's really about teaching people the fact that every day we're using toxic products. We're using products that are just horrible for you. And so they went on a mission to inform people, to empower people on how to get this out of their lives. I mean, you think about it. I was just talking to a gentleman earlier today. From the year 1980, when I graduated from high school, to the year 2008, a 28-year period of time, just looking at the obesity, it went up by 38%. And it's not just because people got bigger plates and they ate more. And it's not just because of that. It's because the water we're drinking out of plastic water bottles is toxic. The shampoo that you use in your shower, it's toxic. every single product that you use in your bathroom, unless you're using products from Sisel or another company like Sisel, you're using toxic products. Next slide, please. So the Mowers, which is really, it's Tom Sr. and Tom Jr., his son, who have really started this thing, but they've brought everybody from the family into it. If you go to the factory and you check it out, Tom Jr. or Thomas Maurer, which is Tom Jr.'s son, he's involved with it. He's also got a degree in biochemistry. So you've got Tom Sr., who's the chief biochemist. He's also in charge of coming up with ideas on new products. You've got Tom Jr., who's a brilliant biochemist, who's also one of the biochemists in the company. They own and run Sisel, and they've been doing this for 30 years. You've got Liesel, who's working in the Sisel beauty department. You've got her son that's now involved with the company. You've got Tom's uncle, who is working in the company, working as head of security. So it really is a family-run business, and they've been changing the world for over 30 years. And it all started when Tom came home, and the company he was working for asked him to develop a shampoo, and he thought, well, that's easy. And he went to his bathroom and he pulled the bottle out of his shower, and he noticed the components of it were the same types of chemicals that they used on toxic engine degreasers and concrete cleaners. And he said, holy cow, I can't let my family use this. And he threw all the products out, and his wife said to him, what are we going to do? And he said, I'm going to develop some products that are safe. And that's where this all began. Next slide, please. So this has really been a lifelong mission, a lifelong passion, and when you listen to Liesel talk, they were on a camping trip. They were up in Wyoming, and they were going to go tubing down the river or rafting down the river. And she tells the story that they stopped on the way there to get some snacks and things like that. And she was a teenage girl, and she stopped to buy some just some sunscreen. And when they got up to the counter to pay, her dad, Tom Sr., looks in the cart and says, well, who bought this? And Lisa said, well, I bought that. And he said, well, you're not using that. He said, that's toxic. That causes cancer. So you think about it, it's not just something that they do to sell to us. It's not something that they just use to make money. This is something that he develops for himself. He develops it for his family. I mean, the guy is 70-something years old. But if you check his DNA, if you check his telomeres, he's got the telomere age of a 42-year-old. And so these products really work, and he can testify just with his own journey. Next slide, please. So what we're here for when we're doing this slide presentation is really this. We're not trying to sell you anything. You're not going to hear some great pitch at the end. You're not going to find that we're going to close the deal for you or anybody that you bring onto the call. What we're doing is we're here to show you how you can get into this business. Not only can you get healthier, as I go through the products, I know you'll look at them, you'll go, I want some of that. But when Katie goes over the compensation, she's going to go over the compensation in a way that you're going to say, now that's what I want. How would you like to be someone who you can work from home? We were talking about last night, it was 50 below zero wind chills up here in North Dakota. I don't have to go outside. It's 72 degrees in my house, and I can leave. I can work from wherever I want. And how would you like to have those possibilities for yourself? So we're here to help you build your future. Next slide, please. So why would you choose Sisel over any other network marketing company? There's like, 4,200 different network marketing companies out there. What sets us apart? Well, number one, the Mowers have been in the industry for decades. They've been in it for over 30 years. We've got a product line that's sustainable. Tom makes the product. He's got the factory that makes the product. He actually makes products for over 100 different network marketing companies. So think about that. We've got products, and we can make sure that they're going to be delivered on time. When I order my products, I know in 2 days I can go out and I can pick them up off my front step when I use the 2-day delivery system. And that's another thing that's nice is that we charge actual delivery charges. We don't charge shipping and handling like a lot of these companies do. When we talk about the compensation plan, it's really, there's equality in our compensation plan. If you're just getting started today, if you're thinking about getting started tomorrow, think about this. You can get started and you can make really, really good money. There's good money on the front end. But if you're somebody who's a seasoned veteran, somebody who's been doing network marketing for a long time, I'll tell you what, you're going to like our compensation plan on the back end as well, because we've got some really, really good residual income, and Katie will cover all of that. And so there's compensation that's equal all across the board. It's not heavily weighted for just for those big networkers. It's for the little guy. It's the guy that just wants to make enough money to buy his products. And it's for the guys that want to make enough money to make a car payment, or they want to make a house payment. You can do that. That's where the compensation comes in. The next thing is that I've been involved really with 3 different network marketing companies, and both of them had problems when they sold out to corporate America. They both went down when they sold out to corporate America. And so what the Mauers did is they said, hey, look, guys, we're going to solve that problem for you. We're going to put this thing in a dynasty trust. It means that the company cannot be sold for 250 years. It's going to stay in the Mauer family. Think about that. You can trust these guys, and once you get started, I try and tell people is that I always look for people that are skeptical, because if you're not skeptical, you're probably broke because you've been bamboozled out of all your money. But the thing about it is that if you're skeptical and you take a look and you take an honest look, you're going to be impressed with what we have. And the deeper you dig into what we have with the company, the more impressed you're going to get. Most companies, the deeper you get, the more problems you find. You don't find that here. So the dynasty trust that we have is just it's an ultimate thing. The security that we have with the company. Tom took the money from a previous company when he sold it, and he started this company with that money. And so we don't have any debt at all. We owe nobody a dollar. We're free and clear. And what Tom does every single month is that the sale of the products that we have, it pays for everything that's going. What a budget is that? What kind of budget can you find at any company that does something like that? We have a company that we live within our means. We don't go outside and spend tons and tons of money on lots of extra things that we don't really need. Our company is stable because of that. Next slide, please. So when you take a look at Sisel, what does it stand for? Sisel stands for the science, innovation, success, energy, and longevity. And the more you dig into the company, you're going to find that we use every single one of these. It's not just a tagline. It's really what we are. Next slide, please. So we were talking earlier about being able to know that we have a sustainable supply of products. We've got it's actually 440,000 square foot manufacturing plant, and it's top of the line. Companies from all over the world come there just to check out the plant, to find out how do we have such a great plant that can be run on minimal amount of people. And cities come there, municipality water systems, they come there just to check out the water system. Tom was a water engineer at one time in his life, and he actually designed this water system. So every product that uses any kind of water, it runs through a water system that Tom designed, and city municipalities come there just to see how he designed his water system. That's how state-of-the-art it is. It's a very diversified company. I'll tell you what, if you ever get a chance to run out to Springville, Utah and take a tour of the plant, you've got to take the time. You've got to take the tour of the plant. Next slide, please. So the Mauer mission is creating health, wealth, happiness for the Sisel distributors, Sisel customers worldwide, and with the most spectacular, life-changing products and a fantastic opportunity for success. You've never seen this before. You'll never see it with another company. Right now, we're in over 40 countries, and I know we've got 2 or 3 in the works that we're working on right now to expand into in the next future. Next slide, please. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover the products, and really what I'm going to do is I'm not going to get into each of the 250 different products. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cover the 6 different product lines, the different categories that we have. Next slide, please. So the first one is the Sisel beauty industry. I mean, think about it. It's a $245 billion industry. There's women that I know that won't leave the house without putting makeup on. There's women that won't do anything. They won't come downstairs into the kitchen without putting their makeup on. They won't go camping without putting their makeup on. And did you know that what makes mascara blacker than black? When women have this really black mascara on, what are they using? Mercury. Mercury is what does that. And so these women, every girl that you see that has that on, chances are they're putting mercury on their face. We actually came up with a product that doesn't use mercury. It's safe to use. One of the only companies that's come out with this. You take a look at lipstick. They say that the average woman eats 6 pounds of lead in their lifetime because of the lipstick that they wear. And so we take a look at all these different cosmetics and the makeups and all of that. It's just horrendous. And then you take a look at the skincare market. People don't want to look older. They want to look younger. And so we've got all sorts of products that are selling for hundreds of dollars. And like Tom will point out, there's products that cost less than $5 to make. And these companies in major malls are selling for over $300. We don't do that. With Sisel, what we do is we make a product and we make it so it's fairly priced so that you can use it and you don't have to worry about being broke the next month. Next slide. The longevity product, this is really where I build most of my business. In 4 years, I built a business that's paid me over $250,000. And you think about that, I don't work hard, I work part-time, and this is where I really spend my time is in the longevity. I want to live to be over 100 years old. I don't want to get sick. I don't want to get cancer. I don't want to get heart disease. I don't want to have dementia. Did you know that they're saying in the next 2 years that cancer will actually surpass heart disease as the #1 killing disease in America? And that's just horrible. That's horrible. If you go back to 1972 when Nixon was president, he said with the President's Council on Cancer at that time that they would have cancer cured by 1980, by the time I graduated from high school. They did not. It's gotten worse. The CDC said that it'll be 50% worse by the year 2020. I've heard rumors that they're saying that every single person in America will have had cancer by the year 2050. So we start thinking about those things and we start going, isn't there something we can do? Yeah, there is. And we can't say cure, we can't say treat, but I'll tell you what, when you take a look at these products, we can do a lot of changes with people, and every Tuesday night with the doctor's call, I go through every single one of these products and we explain how it can work to help get your health back. Next slide. By the way, that was a $35 billion industry. And Paul Zane Pilzer, who was a world-known economist, he said that the longevity industry would be the next trillion-dollar industry. The first one was the automobile, the second one was the computers, and they say that the longevity industry is actually the next one. We start looking at the Sisel Life products. These are the products that you use every single day. These are your laundry detergents, your dish soap, your conditioners for your hair, your bubble bath, your soaps for your hand, and the hair care products, all these different things. And it's just, we have an amazing line of products that are toxin-free. I mean, if you go into your shower and you pull that bottle of shampoo out of your shower, if you're not buying from Sisel, you look on there and you see sodium lauryl sulfate. Right there, you should just take and throw that product away. If you take and you go through every single product that you have in your bathroom and you say, I'm going to throw it away if it has sodium lauryl sulfate, just one ingredient, you're going to throw away probably 3/4 of what you already have in your bathroom, and you're going to switch. And right there, you can build a business right from that. You don't even have to start looking at all the other products. Next slide. That's a $120 billion industry, by the way. And then we start looking at coffee. I mean, my gosh, I could sit here. I never knew I'd know this much about coffee. Coffee is the second largest traded commodity on the planet behind oil. It's the second largest drank beverage behind water. It's a $100 billion industry. It's actually bigger than that now. And they say that every time you drink water out of a plastic bottle, you're making it so your body has a more difficult time losing weight. Think about that. We've got a large percentage of the world that's obese. We got a much larger percentage that are overweight. And if they drink water out of a plastic water bottle, but when we're looking at coffee, we've got the world's best tasting coffee. We use a Panama geisha bean that that has been rated as the #1 coffee, the #1 best tasting coffee for 14 years in a row. We take and we process it properly so that no acrylamides form. We take and we freeze dry it and we grind it so that all the healthy oils stay in the coffee. When you mix up a cup of this coffee, look on the top of the cup. You're going to see oils floating around in the coffee. That's the healthy part. That's where all the antioxidants are. When you hear stories that coffee can help with Alzheimer's and dementia, right there on top of your coffee on that oil, that's where it's coming from. On top of that, we've got mocha, we've got latte, we've got a fire and iced tea that helps you get energy and helps you lose weight. We've got Essentia green coffee that I tell all my friends that are suffering from stage 4 type situations, you got to start drinking at least 2 cups of this Essentia green coffee because of the EGCG, and we got the high concentration of that in our coffee. We've got the chaga, we've got Gotu Kola, we've got Ganoderma, and we got Bacopa in our coffee. It all helps make a healthier immune system. It helps boost the function of your brain, better brain connections, makes you think better. Next slide. The Sisel Trim, the weight loss industry, it's huge. Here we are, we're second week of January. Probably 30 to 40% of people are already starting to think about dropping their New Year's resolutions because it's not working. The weight loss industry is $135 billion. $135 billion. Think about that. How would you like to open up a business and you can be part of this? You can be part of the $135 billion industry. You can grab your part of it and you can start making some money. What if this is the only part of a Sisel you grab onto? It's huge. Right now we're having a big discussion on the Sisel Doctors Call that we do every Tuesday night. We talk about the different things. Again, you take a look from 1980 to the year 2008, 38% increase in the number of people who are obese in America. It's not just as simple as cutting back on your calories and saying I'm going to lose weight. There's a lot of other things involved, and that's what we have with Sisel. We have products that will help pull the toxins out. We have products that will help make it so that your body responds to insulin properly. We have products that will make it so that when you eat, the sugars in your body won't be turned into fat. I mean, you start looking at all these different things that we have, and then we have a chocolate sizzling shake. Oh, my gosh. I mean, it is so good. I've been having 2 a day for the last week, and I've already lost 16 pounds as of today, and that's really in less than 8 days since I really started cranking up on this thing. And my goal is by the end of the year, I'm going to be down 75 pounds. So just keep up watching what I'm doing, and if you follow through with what we're doing, we'll help you lose the weight. Next slide. I was talking earlier about the water industry, and I kind of got sidetracked when we were talking about coffee, but the water industry, $100 billion industry right there. It's huge. We've got a water machine that hooks up to your tap. It delivers fresh, clean water. It filters out everything like the fluoride and the chlorine and all the different chemicals that are in the water. It takes out the heavy metals, the toxicity. It takes out all those little bugs and microbes out of your water. If you're scared about drinking water out of your tap, here's what you need, and you can save a ton of money. You can save the planet. You can go green because you don't have to be throwing away all those plastic water bottles that you see people drinking out of every single day. This is a great investment right here. Next slide. So what we'd like to do now is I'm going to have Katie introduce her guest, and just she's going to bring someone on that's going to tell you what have these products meant for him. So Katie, I'm going to hand it over to you.
Thanks, Curt. So that was fabulous. So thanks for joining us today, and now I'm going to introduce Trevor. And Trevor, if you're on the line, if you could press *6 to unmute yourself.
You there, Katie?
Yes, thank you. I can hear you. Thanks, Trevor.
Great, great. Well done, Curt. That was well done. Really great information there. I'm just going to give you guys just a little short testimonial on the Sisel line. I'm not really, I wouldn't call myself overweight, but I'm around about 6'4", and I'm about 100 kilos, which is around about 220 pounds. So, but I found that I just started using Sisel just for the sake of having a bit of a breakfast alternative. And I got to tell you that I actually get up to have this Sisel. I absolutely love the vanilla. Sizzle, I mix it with a coconut milk, and it's absolutely beautiful. And I actually get out of bed for that. And I'll tell you all a little bit of a secret here, but I shouldn't probably tell. But I had a bit of a blue with my girl about a month ago, and she stopped feeding me anyway. Me being a bloke, I started taking Sizzle just for brekkie as I usually did, and I'd take it to work for lunch, you know. And I wasn't eating much of a tea, but anyway, I just felt so fantastic. I couldn't believe how good I felt just having 2 Sizzle shakes a day, and I felt absolutely great. And I've been doing this for, well, I'm getting fed again now, so I'm out of the doghouse. But anyway, I found that I've lost all this visceral fat, you know, off the top of my body, and I'm in my mid-50s, and I guess as you get older, you tend to put on that bit of weight, but I've lost all that visceral fat, and I'm feeling really, really good within myself. So that's there's my testimonial on Sizzle.
Thanks, Trevor. That's awesome. So yes, I can also be a testimony to that product. I love Sizzle Lean. You can use it for weight management. You can use it for weight loss. I like to say fat loss because that's really what you're aiming to achieve. So that was awesome. So thank you. So now we're going to get into the Sizzle compensation plan.
Sizzle, Katie, before you do that, let me introduce
Sure.
Katie. Katie comes to us from Australia. You can tell by her accent, and Trevor as well. And I just love working with her. She's on my team along with Trevor. And I'll tell you, she's got a great understanding of the products. She's got a great understanding of Sizzle. She's actually known Tom Maurer since she was 22 years old, and right now she sits at about 42. And she got into bodybuilding after having some pretty bad health problems, health challenges of her own, and she's gone into competition and done very well, taken home some prizes with that. And I'll tell you, she's got a good understanding of the computer. And so, Katie, I really appreciate everything that you do, and I'm going to hand it back over to you.
Thank you, Curt. So I'm going to keep going today with our webinar. So really the goal of life is to live on your own terms. So I want you to think about some questions. You know, has someone told you that you're not good enough and that your dream won't work? Have they ever told you that you won't get better and that you have to live with pain for the rest of your life? So is there a voice in your head saying those same sort of things? And whose permission do you need to go for your goals or your dreams? Well, I want to say that you are good enough and that everybody deserves good health, wealth and happiness. And if your dream is to own a yacht or a car and that's something that you want, then you should go for it. If you want to help a charity and create some wealth so you can donate to a meaningful cause to you, then you should definitely do that. So today I'm sharing, and we're sharing, a genuine, real health and wealth opportunity that can be a vehicle for you to fulfill your dreams. So let's look at the options that we have today. So today, if you wanted to get started with a business, you've got your traditional business or franchise, you've got a corporate job, and then you've got network marketing. So with a traditional business and franchise, you've got a large startup cost. There's lots of overheads. You're probably going to have to employ some staff. You're going to be working long hours, and you can be assured that you're not going to make a profit for at least 2, 3. Most people's plan is by the 5th year they're turning a profit. So, I mean, you're investing a lot of time and money, and there's no guarantee unless you've really planned it out well. Okay, so then your next option is, what about a corporate job? So if you look at the corporate jobs, you've got your CEO at the top, executive team of management, your senior middle management, and then all the workers at the bottom. So unless you're right at the top, you know, you're probably not getting the best pay. So, you know, you'll be doing your 40-hour week. They say the 40-40-40 rule, which is 40 hours a week for $40,000 for 40 years. So really, where is that going to get you at the end of it? And then you can now consider network marketing. So what is network marketing? So network marketing is about earning a passive income. So it's money earned without active involvement over time, that is. So you can earn residual payments. So if you look at an active income, they're the sorts of things that we were talking about. So your corporate job, even your business, if you have got a franchise, you're getting immediate compensation for that. and you're getting financial security, but that's only as long as you're employed. What if you're sick? What if you're running out of sick leave, you don't have any holiday leave left, and you're not going to work? You're not going to be getting paid. How are you going to pay the mortgage? You know, these questions you need to consider seriously, because most people are faced with these on a daily basis. So this is another reason why it's a good idea to consider the possibility of using the vehicle of network marketing and joining Sisel. So success requires you to keep an open mind. So what does Sisel offer? So Sisel is primarily a research and development company, as Tom is, Tom is involved with that, and Curt has gone through that. But Sisel is a multi-level marketing company and a direct sales company. So if you're wondering how you would get started, you want to find something that's fun for you. It's got to be fun, so something that you enjoy, and really Sisel has something for everyone. So if you get started with a company, you can get started for as little as $50, and you can start building a business from there. But I do encourage you to start with a minimum of $250, and that's the platinum level. So if you were ordering the triangle products, some anti-aging products, and some weight loss products, you would reach that 250 PV. And so if you do that, then what's going to happen is anyone else you introduce, then they'll duplicate that. So they'll come in at the 250 level as well. And that's a realistic and achievable level for most people. If you're on a really tight budget, as I said, you can get in at $50. And for anyone who's truly committed to the business opportunity, why not consider getting started as a one-star master? So for a $1,000 investment, you would get a large range of products. And what this does is that it's going to enable you to try these products. You can find out for yourself how good they are. You can build up some stories and testimonials, and then you can share those testimonials with others, and you're coming from a genuine place because you'll be sharing information and making recommendations based on products that you love that actually work for you. So why would you want to focus on wealth creation? Well, as we mentioned earlier, working a normal job is probably not going to get you the end result that you desire. And Curt talked a little bit about that at the beginning of the presentation. And if this is something that's not for you, you think, well, I'm not really interested in generating extra stream of income, why not consider getting your products for free? Because, everybody deserves better health. Imagine if you could get these products for free. I was speaking to my neighbour a few weeks ago, and he was talking about his heart problems, and he was on all different medications for all sorts of things. And I said, have you considered some alternative health products? And he said he would love to, but he can't afford it. So this is an opportunity to really be able to get products for free, generate an extra income. So there really is something for everyone. So now I'm going to actually get into the compensation plan. So Sisel have a platinum club. And so what does that mean? So it means if you bring someone in at the platinum level, which I just mentioned earlier, which is at the 250 PV level, for every 5 new platinums in your group, you can earn an extra bonus on top of all the other bonuses that Sisel pay, and then other ways they pay out, 125, and your enrolling sponsor is matched with that at 125 too. And so as you can see, as you increase the number of platinum distributors in your group, then the numbers increase. So there's 6 ways that Sisel pay out and 6 ways to get paid. So they've got the Fast Start bonus, the direct commission, master check match, retail commission, rank advancement bonus, and the luxury auto bonus. So the Fast Start bonus. So if you join as a distributor and then you find someone else who also wants to be a distributor, in the first month you'll get paid 20% on their order. And for anyone else they introduced, you'll be paid 5%, 5%, and 5%. And they have dynamic compression. So if they were to introduce, say, 7 people, but only 4 of those ordered, you still benefit from that at the 4th level, right down to the 4th level. So they also have what's called direct commission. So this is another way that Sisel pay out. So these all add together. So with the direct commission, you can enter in at the bronze level, which you can see on the slide there. And so that's for as little as 50 PV, so you can get started. However, if you get started at the platinum level, then that's the 250 PV investment every month. Then you can earn money right down to the 10th level. And so as you can see, and what's really great, and this is what's super exciting about Sisel's compensation plan, is that on the 2nd, 3rd, 4th and 5th level, you actually get paid higher percentages. So what does that mean? It means it's encouraging you to go out and find other people who want to do the same thing as you. They either want products for free or they're looking for an extra stream of income, and then by helping them and building some depth, a 3x3 at least, then you're getting a higher percentage and a higher return. And so by helping others, you're also helping yourself. And the direct commissions are paid out every month. So then we have another thing called Master Check Match. So once you've reached 1-star master, and as you're building your team, anyone else is a 1-star master, 2, 3, 4, and so on, they also match their check. So the income that they've earned, you can start with a 10% check match, and then a 5, 5, and 5, and so it continues on. So this is another way that Sisel pays out. So now if we talk about the retail commission, so you might be just interested in the products alone. You can find product users that want to enjoy the health benefits that Sisel has to offer. So by enrolling a retail customer, or a preferred customer rather, you will earn 20% on their orders for life. If you're doing the retail part of the business, which is another option, so Sisel have introduced an awesome program called Sisel Live, and you can actually retail the Sisel products and you can earn a much higher commission. It's around 35%. So this is another awesome way to generate income. So as I mentioned, there really is something for everyone, and if this is something of interest to you, please look into it further, because you will find something that can be fun for you. And so then the fifth profit center is the rank advancement bonus. So this is new and has been brought in recently. So as someone reaches a 1-star master level with a CQDV of 5,000 within their first 2 months, the enrolling sponsor actually gets a bonus of 500. And so as you can see, as each distributor ranks in advances in rank, they actually get paid a bonus. So this is an awesome way for someone who's really keen. You might find that person, it may actually be you, who is serious about building a really large business with Sisel, and you could take advantage of this. This is a fantastic opportunity. And so then finally, we have the luxury auto bonus. So Sisel will pay you money each month once you've reached the 1-star master level, and all the way up to 10. You can start with a minimum of $200 towards a car, and up to a maximum of $1,500. So that's on top of all the other ways that Sisel pay out. So this is an awesome opportunity to get a car. So you can lease your car, and then as you increase your business, you can change the car, or you might be happy with the one that you've got. So this is just a fantastic opportunity to generate income. So the compensation plan is seamless. And as Curt mentioned before, Sisel's open in over 40 countries and expanding all the time. And so what that means is that if you introduce someone in another country, you'll get paid in your currency. It's automatically converted and done for you. So this and what we've been talking about today is not just about earning cash or about money, but it's really about lifestyle change. It's about having enough money to pay those unexpected bills. What about if the dog's sick and it needs to go to the vet, emergency vet? What about if you need an MRI or a scan, or you've got to go down to emergency? How are you going to pay for those things? So this is a real and genuine opportunity and something to consider. It's not something that can be done, overnight unless you're an experienced person in the industry. It will take time. So I encourage you to consider this as an option. And if you are interested, then please get back to the person who invited you to this webinar. Let them know you're interested in finding out more. You may be interested in getting started today, so let them know. So I'll hand back to you, Curt, to close out the webinar.
Well, Katie, thanks for a great presentation. What an awesome job. Everyone, Katie and I have been doing this now for a number of months, and last week we decided we're going to switch roles, and I'm going to do the kind of the background of the company, and I'm going to talk about the mowers, I'm going to talk about the mission, the Sisel Safe products, and Katie was going to talk about the compensation plan. And I really have to say, Katie, I think you got the job. You did a lot better than I did, and congratulations. Everybody give her a nice round of applause. Thank you. Yeah. And Trevor, thanks for your great testimonial. The one thing that you'll find with this company is that when you meet people, we all work together. I mean, there's people on this call, they're not part of my team. I don't make any money by helping them make money. We're doing this because we want to expand this. We want people to know that there's a way that we can help them. We can help them in their future. We can help them. We take calls cross-line, upline, downline. If you've been in network marketing before, you find that just doesn't happen. But with our company, it really does. And I can honestly say every single paycheck in 4 years has been on time. It's never been late. I can tell you that when I get ready to make my car payment, I've been driving a brand new car for the last 4 years. I haven't had to dig in my pocket for that. The company pays for that. I go on trips like Katie was talking about. I'm going to be going on the second largest cruise ship here in March, along with 200 other people from Sisel, and we're just going to have a good time. And so you can get started with this. You can get involved. You can help people get healthier. And really, I'll tell you this, I mean, as a doctor, even if I didn't get paid for it now, I'd be helping people because that's what we do on the planet Earth here. People help other people. But if you can get paid and you can get enough income that you can keep yourself healthy for free, who wouldn't want to do that? So, Katie, thanks, everybody, for being here. Thank you, and have a wonderful weekend.
Thanks, everyone.